Before we start, I'd like to apologise for any attempts that I try to be funny. So yeah, enjoy. Hello there! I'm here to talk about my A2 coursework in terms of technology. Now, I went through various problems while using technology and I'm here to discuss them today, so let's get started. So we'll start with the ancillaries. The first problem I encountered while creating my digipack was these red marks that appeared on the photo I was editing. So I didn't use a Canon camera, a bit sneaky, I used my phone. The photo that came out wasn't too bad, but as you can see, red marks did pop up and I needed to get rid of them in Photoshop to make it look nice. So to do that, I used the clone tool on Photoshop and took some colouring from around the surrounding areas of the red marks and filled them in with green, dark green, around there to fix it up. It did take quite a long time, as one of my friends liked to point out, but in the class. But yeah, eventually I think it did turn out well. As you can see, it did work out. It might not be perfect. There were teeny weeny bits of red left in there, but it was worth it, I think. The second problem I encountered was with brightness. So while on shooting, me and my group captured this nice picture of, well, the graveyard. It was a blurred image, so it wasn't obviously incredibly detailed, but I thought it would look good for behind the CD and the back cover. I thought, especially for the back of the where the CD goes, the behind it bit, that panel, I thought it would look good, the blurred image, because it kind of, the fact that the CD's on top of it blurs out the background, if that makes sense. But when I cropped it down to size in Photoshop and put it next to the image that I talked about previously, the one with the red marks, it didn't look right, because the front cover looked much brighter, more, the yellows were brighter, the greens were brighter, the sunlight yellow bit looked brighter than the blurred image. So what I had to do was, when I took that one out, opened it up, or however, and changed the saturation of the raw image. They matched much more nicely after that, and both images were just as vibrant, I think, so that turned out well. The third problem I came across while editing on Photoshop my digipack was font colour. So for my audience research, I found that our audience wanted a dark colour, bright colour contrast, and I'd already done that with the bright colour of the sunlight in the picture and the darker graveyard colours of dark greens and greys and browns, but I wanted to do that with the font as well. So I was thinking black and yellow, because the yellow would go with the sunlight part and wouldn't clash too much with the greens, and black really goes with anything. Black and yellow wasn't a reference to the song or your favourite summertime insect, but no, I thought it would look pretty good. So, but when I put the bright yellow in there, it on the back cover, it didn't, parts of the yellow, bright yellow, you couldn't see under the bright sunlight, as you can see. So I had to change the bright yellow to a more golden yellow colour so it would stand out. It wasn't a sharp bright and dark contrast, but I still managed to get the yellow and black in there, so I thought that worked really well and that fixed the main problem. The second ancillary product was the website, and for the website I used a making website called Wix. Now, I didn't find too many problems while using the website, or creating the website, but my main problem with this was creativity. Wix offered like really good templates. So yeah, creativity was a problem for me, because we needed to have individuality for our artist, but I think it turned out well in the end. Now let's get down to the main music video itself. While editing this, obviously using Adobe Premiere Pro, I wanted to create a shot where we had our main actress, sitting on the floor, leaning against a cabinet, and then it switches to a white noise effect, then a younger actress in her place, the white noise again, and the main actress back again in the same position. So it comes back and forth. But when I put this into the timeline, it looked a bit strange, and I thought the shots from the actress to the white noise and the white noise itself, it was a bit too abrupt and sharp of a transition. So I thought that I needed to fix this. So I did some research on the video effects on Premiere Pro, and I found this one called, what was it? Calculation channel, yeah. And I did some meddling with that and put it onto the white noise shot, and it made it slightly translucent, so you could see the actors underneath it as well. I thought it made the transition less abrupt, so I thought that worked well and fixed the issue. Now the sixth issue we did come across while editing in general was using speed. I know I wasn't using the drug, but no, we're just talking about, speed in terms of how fast or slow something goes. So for example, the shot where we had the tea dropping dramatically, the drip dripping down from our cup, I had to just slow down from 100% to 68% because the shot we took on shoot day was a tad too small and was too short, so I had to elongate that shot for it to fit right in there. Which, although it didn't have any people in it, so it wasn't too apparent that it was in slow motion. But the shot was meant to be dramatic anyway, so because it was just all it was tea dripping down a cup. It's meant to be dramatic, so it didn't matter too much if people did notice that it was in slow motion. Number 7, and we come to these really tiny shots. So for the chorus of the music video, it has these really fast-paced beats, and it wanted to cut some shots in there. So there was it transitioned, it cut to the beat, if that makes sense. So in order to do this, I had to zoom in into the timeline and put loads of shots in there. And that took a long time. It took forever. But there were so many of them, and it was kind of hard to get them exactly to the beat. But it did work out in the end, I think. And it looked pretty good, I thought. So, and it also shows you put effort in. So I think it was worth it, even though it took a long time. Number 8, and we come to research and planning. Now, I know prezzies are discouraged, but I had to throw a bit in there, a few in there, because of the amount of scripts and slideshows we had. There was a lot that we had, especially during the planning process. So I just threw in there. They all aren't, scripts and slideshows aren't bad, but they are quite simple and plain. So in prezzies, a lot of people just use them just for animated PowerPoints, but overall I don't think there were too many in there. ThingLink, I really like ThingLink. I think it's pretty good for, picking apart images, and I used that for when I was doing research on album covers. That's it. And yeah, so I used it to pick apart the little parts, the font, the background, the relationship between colours, etc. like that. I thought it was pretty useful. I also used esurveycreator.co.uk, I think it was, to do some audience research, and I really like the website because it has loads of options of different type of questions we can put in our surveys, like open, closed, multiple choice, and picture. You put pictures in there. I thought that was really good, but my issue with it what came from the fact that when I put the post up, not long after that, not long after I closed the survey, the link that I put in my post, it expired. And you couldn't really look at it anymore. They closed it down. So although it did save my raw raw data, that's it. But it made the situation a bit complicated, so I had to touch up my post that sounded wrong. But Yeah, so I had to just fix up fix up sounded better. Fix up everything to make sure it, information is easy to access and understand and to mark. But yeah, that was my main issue with eSurvey Creator. Why, hello there. As you can see, it couldn't be seen, so I had to... I'm here to talk to you about stuff. Digipack. And now let's get back. Ooh, let me check something. Is it still going? Now